What's up guys, today we're going over all the weapons you need to get before the season ends, and I usually like to make a video like this towards the end of each season, just a checklist of things you should be farming for before the season ends. A lot of weapons on this list won't be going away until the DLC I believe, and the raid weapons should be around forever. But if you're like me, I like to get everything from the season before it's done, that way when a new season comes out I can focus on that stuff and not worry about trying to farm stuff from previous seasons. So anyways, let's jump right in. This list is kind of in order, but it's not too important. So starting off with number 9, I have the King's Fall hand cannon, which comes with a few interesting roles. The main one I'd be looking for myself, which I don't have yet, would be the explosive payload and the incandescent. You could also go with one for all, or even Firefly in the right, or even demo. So there's a lot of really good choices for the right column perks, and with explosive payload on the left, that is extremely strong and one of the best hand cannons in PvE right now. Coming in at number 8, we have the King's Fall Scout, which once again comes with a lot of really cool perk combinations. In the left, you can get explosive or Firefly. Firefly on the left is obviously extremely rare and very good. You could also do adaptive munitions for breaking shields. Then in the right, you can pair Firefly with Dragonfly, which I think is kind of overkill, but it's definitely unique. Or you can go with a damage perk for one for all or frenzy. So a lot of really cool combos there. So Firefly plus a damage perk, or even explosive payload plus a damage perk, or Dragonfly would be extremely good. And before we get into the number 7 spot, a quick word from today's video sponsor. This video is sponsored by Keeps. Keeps is a subscription service that helps men keep their hair. 2 out of every 3 guys will experience hair loss by the time they're 35. And unfortunately myself, along with other people in my family, are among that 2/3. And that's where Keeps has come in clutch. Over the past year since I started working with them, I've noticed the process slowing down and I'm keeping a lot of my hair. And the process has always been super easy. With Keeps, all treatment plans are doctor recommended without ever having to visit a doctor's office or pharmacy. And everything will be delivered straight to your front door. And if you subscribe with Keeps, you'll get refill reminders so you never run low on the products you need to take care of your hair. And they have a long track record of proven results, with most Keep customers notice results within 6 months of starting treatment. Hair loss stops with Keeps. To get 50% off your first order, go to keeps.com/air or click the link in the description. That's keeps.com/EHROAR. Once again, thanks to Keeps for sponsoring this video. Coming in at the number 7 spot, we have the King's Fall LMG, and once again, some pretty cool rolls. In the left column, there's really nothing too great. You probably just go for Unrelenting for the health regen on kill. Then in the right, there are a lot of good perks, so you can get Firefly, Wellspring, Fireline, or Killing Tally. Killing Tally should be the best damage perk on the weapon, but since it's stasis, it also comes with Headstone, which is very cool and could work really well with a lot of stasis builds, taking advantage of the stasis crystals. So really, this LMG is mostly for builds with the stasis subclass, and if that's what you're looking to do, it works out really well. Coming in at number 6 spot, a weapon I didn't make a video on this season is the Blood FEUD, which is a kinetic stasis SMG. That is a 750 RPM, the best type of SMG in the game in my opinion, and it comes with some pretty good perks. So on the left, you more or less want Ambitious Assassin to overflow the magazine. Then on the right, there's going to be a few good perks depending on what you want to do. You can just go with the classic Frenzy, which will give it some more damage, and more importantly, give it reload speed, which pairs greatly with Ambitious and left because it's not a reload perk. Or since it's stasis, you can also go for Headstone for those stasis builds, or even Swashbuckler for melee builds. But overall, Ambitious plus Frenzy is just a really solid overall roll, and this SMG feels extremely good. Coming in at number 5, we have the BRIGAND'S Law, the seasonal energy sidearm that is arc and has the Volt Shot perk on it. And the good thing about this sidearm is the one from the season pass is more or less the got roll on the weapon with, I believe, threat detector plus Volt Shot. And even though it's a sidearm, the fact that it has Volt Shot automatically makes it one of the best PvE weapons in the game right now. Volt Shot is, in my opinion, extremely strong, and just for that, it's on this list and that high. Which brings me to the number 4 spot on this list, the SMITE of MERAIN. One of my favorite all-time PvE primaries from Destiny 1, and in D2 it has a lot of really good perks. So for me, in left, you guys know I love demo, and with it being left, that is perfect because you can pair it with a damage perk in the right. So demo plus adrenaline junkie, demo plus one for all, or you can even go for demo plus firefly. Overall, there's a lot of really good combos on this weapon, and it is one of the best primaries in the game, and definitely worth getting a good roll on. At the number 3 spot, we have the Tarnished Mettle, which is a arc energy scout, and scouts are always really good for in-game and PvE, and this one comes with Volt Shot on it. Then in the left you can get Demolitionist or Rapid Hit, or even 4 times the Charm, and this is one of the few weapons in the game with Volt Shot on it currently, and Volt Shot is extremely strong, and with it being a scout, this is going to be a really good pick for in-game content right now, and that is why it's so high on the list. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the BXR55 Battler. I recently made a video on this weapon, and it comes from the Dares of Eternity, and you can craft it, and the role I'd be going for would be Enhanced Demo plus Enhanced Incandescent. And overall, it's definitely one of the strongest primaries in the game. Incandescent is one of the best PvE perks, and with it being on a pulse, which are traditionally really good at in-game content, it's also going to be extremely strong. But where pulses usually fall off for like lower end content because they're like kind of awkward to use in close range, the BXR can be hip fired extremely accurately, which lends itself to basically all types of content in the game, and is overall one of the most versatile weapons you can get right now. So definitely worthy of the number 2 slot. And at number 1, this one might be a shocker to most of you. I have the No Reprieve Kinetic Shotgun. And the reason this is number 1 is because it's found its way into almost all of my like loadouts and builds. I just always put the shotgun on in my kinetic slot, and it is a slug shotgun with a really cool combo of triple tap plus enhanced surrounded, which results in one of the highest damage specials in the game as long as you're surrounded, which for most situations for like ad clear and leading up to boss fights is gonna be quite often, and it just feels like one of the best specials in the game, and it will just one-shot most majors, mini bosses, wherever it is for you. It might not be the best for boss fights because you're not going to be surrounded a lot of the times, but you still have your linear, you know, whatever for that. So for everything in between, this just feels like one of the best specials in the game, and it's something I definitely use almost all the time. And considering most of the primaries in this video were in the energy slot, this is the perfect special for the kinetic slot to pair it with, and it just goes so well with so many different builds and combinations. And right now the meta for boss fights is still linear fusion rifles, and this pairs really well with that for close range, and it just leads to like one of the most balanced overall loadouts you can get. And yeah, those are my 9 weapons to farm before the season ends. Let me know what your list would look like down below. Did I miss anything important to you? Like usual, thanks for watching. Catch you guys next time.